Sunday. You feeling good? And the rest of you? Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. We are a spiritual community here to celebrate love. So let's kick it off today. We've got this great opening song, and if you're able, I invite you to follow along with these lyrics and do what it says. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. If you're able, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo, yes. It's a good way to get going on a Sunday morning, right? I was in the back, and I just have to acknowledge for a moment. You're going to meet our guest singer today in a little bit, but I just looked over and I thought, oh my gosh, it's the Wildcat reunion. because Sherry and Liz and I all graduated the same year from the University of Arizona in the same department. It was, yeah, Liz is saying it was 2015. It was a little before that. So once again, and I don't want to, this is also, this is my mom, so I didn't want to leave her out.
Does it count that I'm a Badger?
It does count that you're a Badger, yes. Yes, we both are graduates of Tucson High School. Okay, enough of that. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. If you're here for the first time today, good luck. Delighted to have this magnificent gathering of beautiful humans. Thank you so much for being here. As I said before, we are a spiritual community here at Unity of Tucson, and our purpose is to teach practical tools for spiritual enlightenment, spiritual awakening, spiritual transformation, however you choose to accept and adopt that in your life. Now, I like to say every week that you may not believe everything you hear today, and that is absolutely okay, because what we are here to do is to encourage an investigation of our belief system, because our beliefs are the things that are creating our experience. And so if something butts up against your belief system today, just check in with that. It's nothing right, nothing wrong, just something to investigate and look into further. We do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson that we allow to be guiding principles for how we move forward. And so I would love for us as a community to state out loud these words of our vision statement. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is how we see the world. The mission are the steps we take to see through that vision. And so let's exclaim out loud these magnificent words of our mission statement. Love only, Forgive everything. Remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. If you are joining us for the first time today, let me first acknowledge and say hello to anybody who may be online joining us, whether you're watching live this morning on Sunday or watching a video archive on a replay. I am so delighted that you've decided to spend some time with us and share your time with Unity of Tucson. If you would go to unitytucson.com/connect, fill out some simple information there. We'll keep this connection going. Does that sound like a good thing? I think so. Yes. If you are joining us here today in the room for the first time, if you are able and comfortable with identifying yourself, we'd love to have you stand up, and we've got some gifts that we would like to share with you. So is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Welcome. If you would remain standing for a moment, I'm coming down into the crowd. Did you follow that, Rowan? Because I know somebody else who's here for the first time today. I want to make sure that you get a gift as well. And if you would remain standing, we have this physical gift that we offer to you, but we have something else that we would like you to know. And that is something that we inherently know about you, and we would like to share that with you. Are you ready for us to share that with you? Yeah? Okay. Everyone on the count of 3. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Absolutely. Thank you so much for shining your light and sharing your magnificence with us. Now, we know that about you because one of the teachings we have here is that every single person that we encounter is on some level a reflection of that which is inherent within each and every one of us. And so your magnificence showing up in our lives is a reflection of our inherent magnificence. And what I would love for us to do as a community is to state out loud these words. I am magnificent. How does that feel? Yeah? Do I dare say the joke and the rest of you? Let's say that one more time. I am magnificent. Yes, indeed. Let's celebrate that magnificence. Here, in part to celebrate that magnificence, is our keeper of the flames, who has a guest with her today as well. This is Lynn Peterson. She is here to light the flames of faith. This is Rocky, and grateful to have Rocky here for the first time today. Yeah.
Yep. Sit.
This ceremony that we have adopted here at Unity of Tucson is an acknowledgement that all faith traditions, all religious paths, all spiritual ideas are rooted in one thing. What we teach here at Unity is that one thing is love. And so let's celebrate that here today through this ritual.
Okay. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path and knowledge and action and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony, and for the seekers who may be unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space we are keeping open for them in our hearts. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. Where are you going? We light this final candle to represent the healing of any circumstances that require divinity to be revealed. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light. Come on, baby. Come on. Good boy.
Thank you. Thanks for helping, Rocky. Yeah. So sweet. This candle here is our peace candle. And we keep the peace candle consistently illuminated as a reflection of the inherent illumination of peace that is consistent in our own hearts. And so let's honor this candle by reading together the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. Indeed it does. I forgot to tell you something. Yeah, you know today is Membership Sunday. I do know. Yeah, so this is Sherry Hoffman. She's here to guide us in reading, an affirmation, and prayer. And what I'm going to invite you to do is after the affirmation, just go right into the prayer.
I had a feeling.
She had a feeling because she knows. Sherry Hoffman, everyone.
Hi. Well, I have found over the last year that I love taking the Wednesday night courses, either Jonathan teaching or Susan, because I am introduced to new books to read to share with you. That's the only reason. No, not really. So today's book is The Prosperity. It's from our Prosperity class by Charles Fillmore, and this is from Lesson 4. He writes, God is good, and all its creations are good. When you get that firmly fixed in your mind, you are bound to demonstrate good, and nothing but good can come to your world. If you let the thought that there is such a thing as evil, and that you are liable to this evil as you are to good, then you may have conditions that conform to your idea of evil. If you have thoughts of evil as a reality or as having power over you, change your thought at once and begin to build up brain cells that have never heard of anything but good. Pray thus: I am a child of the absolute good. God is good, and I am good. Everything that comes into my life is good, and I am going to have only good. Establish this consciousness, and only the good will be attracted to your life, and it will be filled with perfect joy. I had to read that last part. Now I'll read the affirmation for this month. And as you know, just let that settle in for a few moments, and then we'll repeat it together twice. My personal nature is infinitely boundless and ever expanding. Together. My personal nature is infinitely boundless and ever expanding. One more time. My personal nature is infinitely boundless and ever expanding. Let's just absorb that for a moment while we settle into a moment of prayer. As I acknowledge this God source energy, this omnipresence, this divine, the divine mind, the divine idea, all is one, coming from God. I acknowledge that that God is within me. It is vibrating and moving from me out into the world. And and what I vibrate and send out into the world has the law of cause and effect that brings that back to me. And as I acknowledge this, I affirm that God is good, life is good, there is beauty in the world, there is beauty in the eye of the beholder. I am this beauty, this God, this prosperity, this abundance. And with that, I release any fears of doubt, evil, sin, wrong, negative thoughts, and I change those into the positive, love, good-filled thoughts. And I affirm this by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you. About once a quarter, we honor those who have decided to become new members in our community through a blessing ceremony on a Sunday service. And today is the day where we get to celebrate new members, and I'm delighted to be able to welcome new members into the fold. I oftentimes will introduce this by answering this question: what is membership? What is membership? So ostensibly, it's a commitment to the community, a decision to be a member of this community. But more than that, it is a commitment to your spiritual journey at this time. That's what it's really about. It is your personal affirmation that this path is the right path for you right now at this time of your life. And so we can celebrate that. Being a member at Unity of Tucson invites this commitment: to uphold the teachings of Unity and its principles and to exemplify them in daily life, to regularly attend the functions of this ministry, to make regular and identifiable contributions to the ministry through work, wisdom, and wealth, and to attend the annual membership meeting of the center and participate as a voting member. Membership is voluntary. It is not compulsory. And entering into membership is a personal covenant to your spiritual growth, more than it is a covenant to this organization. So that's how we understand this blessing today. Today we bless new members in this ceremony, and each member will get a membership card and a name tag. And they will also be gifted a plant, a potted plant. Why do we give a potted plant as opposed to like cut flowers? The reason that we do this here at Unity is that we invite you to take on this plant as a metaphor for your life. And as you nurture that plant, as you nurture its roots and allow it to blossom, that it is representative of the way that you nurture your own soul and allow it to blossom. And so, let's let that be a commitment here today. Once I've introduced our new members here today, I'm going to invite them to come up on stage, and I will give you your card and invite you to take one of the plants. And upon completion, when everyone's up here, we as a community will sing to them, "You Are the Face of God." If you don't know the song, you will learn it. It takes about 2 seconds to learn. And if you are a new member being honored today, what I will invite you to do, don't try to sing along. When we do the sign language, don't try to do the sign language. Allow yourself to receive the energy of this community in welcoming. So our new members today: Wendy Arison, Dorothy Brolin, Silvana Servadillo, Sharon Spector, and Beryl Varno. So that's for you, and you're welcome to take a plant. Dorothy, Silvana, Sharon, welcome. And we'll make sure that Beryl gets hers. So why don't you come on down, just allow yourself to be present and just take in the energy of this song. You are the sign language. It's very simple. So you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. So we can sing and sign that together. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Let's just sign. Sing one more time. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Just repeat that last line. You are the face of God. And one more time. You are the face of God. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't know you were coming on such a special day, did you? As I mentioned earlier, it's a little Wildcat reunion up here. Our guest singer today, I've been talking to her on, various messaging devices for about 6 months, saying, I want to get you to Unity. I want to get you to Unity because I want to share with this community your magnificence and your brilliance as a glorious, glorious singer and performer. So here today, please welcome to offer our featured song of the day, Liz Cracchiolo.
Thank you. Do you think it's a divine intervention that I chose this song to sing?
It always is. It's always the right choice.
I've never sung this song, and thank you so much for doing me the honor of letting me share it with you today.
Thank you.
It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When you think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that. It's not easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things. And people tend to pass you over because you're not standing out like flashy sparkles on the water or stars in the sky. But green is the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall wonder, why wonder? I am green, and it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and it's what I want to be. But green is the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it can make you wonder why wonder? I am green, it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and it's what I want to be. Thank you so much.
Liz Cracchiolo, thank you. Because I also want to support you. You have a show at the Century Room on Valentine's Day? Yeah, so if you have a chance to go to the Century Room downtown on Valentine's Day, you can see Liz in concert, and it's a special experience. Oh. So this month, we are celebrating the theme of expansion, And I'm always interested in different understandings and takes on how we explore these themes each month. And one of the things that hit me is I wanted to, so you don't know that I often talk about the songs. She sent me the song, Liz sent me the song saying, I want to sing Being Green. It's not easy being green. I said, and she said, do you think that would be okay? I said, yeah, absolutely, that'll work. What I love about this song, first of all, is it is a lovely, simple, and telling song. It's not that easy being green. Anyone ever feel like it's not that easy to be yourself? I mean, that's what the song is about, right? I mean, you're not Kermit the Frog, but Kermit the Frog did famously make the song a thing, right? It's not that easy being green. But I love where the song gets to. Green is the color of spring, cool and friendly like, big like an ocean, important like a mountain. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. Talk about an affirmation that we should all carry. That we are beautiful. We are inherently beautiful, irrespective of our appearance, our outward appearance. We are inherently beautiful, and when we truly understand our inherent beauty, then the outward appearance will follow along with that. Because what we recognize about each other is not physical attributes, but energy. And so when we affirm our energy as beautiful, we are experienced as beautiful. So it's not that easy being green if you decide it's not that easy being green. So the idea ultimately, and I say this a lot, celebrate who you are. Expand yourself into a full celebration of who you are. And if you need a reminder, I will continue to remind you every single Sunday to celebrate the you that is you inherently. I believe, we're going to get into this a little bit. I believe that you exist on purpose. I believe that you are worthy. I believe that you have value. What do you believe? Because that's all I see when I look out on the sea of faces and I see the people. I see the face of God. And God inherently is expressing itself by means of all creation, which is inclusive of each and every one of us, on purpose. And it is expressing, rooted in its own sense of worth and value. We talked a lot about this at the Wednesday night class, right? Because what we ultimately found out in Wednesday night's class 2 of 8 in prosperity, and what did we decide that prosperity is all about? It is about understanding your inherent value and letting your life unfold from that point of view. It's not about accumulation of anything. It is about recognizing the truth of who you are. And going to that third aspect of our mission statement, remember who you are. You are here on purpose. I will state that every single Sunday and invite you, if you choose, to welcome that into your experience as a belief. But it is important. Today is all about beliefs. I don't know if you know that yet. It is important to ask yourself the question consistently, I think, what do I believe? I ask myself this question all the time because we are not a dogmatic religion. I'm going to talk a little bit about whether or not we're a religion a little bit later. But we are not dogmatic. We do have doctrine. You know how I've described before, the difference between doctrine and dogma is that dogma is not meant to be questioned. It is telling you what you should believe. That's what dogma is. Doctrine is an invitation to learn. We have teachings in Unity, and you get to decide whether or not you put them to practice in your life. You get to decide what you believe, and they may or may not be in alignment with what it is we teach, and that's okay, because I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm never going to stand up here and tell you what to think, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I've worked very hard in my languaging as a minister to never state the words we believe, because I don't know what you believe. But what I will ask you is to reflect on questions like this. I'm going to speak in the first person. I invite you to take it in as though you're speaking to yourself. Do I believe the limiting ideas that I have been taught in my life? If you reflect on that question, do I believe the limiting ideas that I have been taught in my life? Is there something that comes up for you into the level of awareness that you can now take action on if it is not working for you? Or have I eliminated those things, allowing something greater to be known? If we're talking about expansion, the antithesis of expansion is limitation. So if we hold on to the limiting ideas that we have been taught in our life, then we are devolving rather than evolving. And we can devolve ourselves into oblivion. It feels very heavy. It's because we're reading prosperity. What? Charles Fillmore's heavy. Okay, that's a belief. It's all relative. So, as many of you know, and this will mean nothing if you don't know the idea of the term New Thought, and that that's an umbrella understanding of multiple faith organizations, one of which is Unity. My path through New Thought was actually originally as a Science of Mind minister, which is another, where we are sibling philosophies. And people often ask, what is the difference between the two? There is no difference except the language we use. That's really what it boils down to. What I have found by becoming a Unity minister after having been a Science of Mind minister is that it's jargon. That's the difference. That's it. We are talking about the exact same thing. But in my Science of Mind days, the church that I went to, the spiritual center that I went to, as I was studying ministry, we used to proudly state every single Sunday as a community aspects of a written thing that was called the Declaration of Principles. Now, we have a set of principles in Unity, but in the Declaration of Principles in Science of Mind, first of all, it's like 13 different statements. I'm like, Unity has 5. We narrowed it down to 5, so that feels really good. Right? So we would read this, and as we would read this, I started to think, is it compulsory for me? Is it compulsory for me to believe this? Because the statements, every single one of them, started with, we believe. We believe in God, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe that heaven is within and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. And there are 8 more statements. I'm not going to go through all of them. Now, they all begin with, in the way that they're utilized in Science of Mind churches, they all begin with, we believe. And it is written in the Science of Mind magazine every single month, we believe. I don't know what you believe. So I will never step up here and say, we believe. I think it's better stated, we teach. We teach God, one indestructible, absolute, self-existent cause. We teach that heaven is within and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We teach the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. That's an invitation for you to go on an exploration of expansion. Now, the original statements were all written by Dr. Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of that branch of New Thought, religious science, and they were all written as, I believe. He was making a statement about his beliefs and inviting us to question our own beliefs. That's what I believe he was doing. I believe. Whatever comes after that, you had better make sure it's what you want. Right? You'd better make sure it's what you want. I made a personal choice in my ministry to frame the teachings as teachings, not beliefs. Your beliefs are your choice. To me, that is a fundamental difference between religion and spiritual philosophy. I call New Thought teachings, I call the path in unity, I call the path in science of mind, I call the path in divine science, whatever aspect of New Thought may be resonating with your soul, I call that spiritual philosophy. You can take it on as an active faith in your life if you choose. But a spiritual philosophy is an open exploration, the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. It's a study. Religion is a dogmatic belief in the worship of a superhuman controlling power. Which side of that equation do you want to be on? The irony is that we have constructed our communities in ways that people look at as religious communities. We come to church on a Sunday morning. That is a paradigm that is usually, in people's minds, brings up, oh, that's a religion. We're not teaching a religion. The Fillmores, Ernest Holmes, Nona Brooks, Melinda Kramer, those founders of these New Thought philosophies never wanted to create churches. They didn't. What did they want to create? They wanted to create spiritual communities where we could gather together and actually put these tools to work in our lives. So it was not about coming and hearing a magnificent message, a homily on a Sunday, and to just leave and then go about your life thinking other things, not really getting to the nitty-gritty of what it is in your life to live from the highest perspective. That's not what they were about. They were not here to found a new religion. I believe that this philosophy is very simple. Here's the entirety of the philosophy in a statement, as it was expressed by the master teacher Jesus. It is done unto you as you believe. That's it. That's the entire philosophy. I have in the past joked, and I guess now I'm joking again, that I say the same darn thing every single Sunday. And I find 52 new ways to say it every single year. It'll be 53 because there are 53 Sundays this year. This is a fundamental idea that that has threads throughout all faith traditions. In Buddhism, the Buddha is said to say, is said to have said, you know what I mean, what you think, you become. You can find it. You can find it in all faith traditions. Fundamentally, mystics, and I think we are all mystics, whether we recognize it or not, mystics are here to truly understand that our thoughts, our beliefs, and the way that we feel, the feelings that we have around those thoughts and beliefs are constructing the quality of our life. And that we are put in positions of power to make those constructs in our life more affirmative and more life-sustaining than we have ever been taught, because we have an entire society telling us something else. Many of us come to these traditions of New Thought from past experiences with religions that told you you would go to hell if you didn't believe. I'm not going to ask for a show of hands of how many people had that experience, because that's irrelevant. But if that touches something within you, it's something to look at. Because it is done unto you as you believe, not as God believes, because there is no God outside the self. There is not that. Here's what we teach about God. I'm going to talk about the 5 principles we teach in Unity. These are the 5 things, the 5 principles we teach in Unity. God is, I am, thoughts and prayers create, prayer and meditation are how I direct those thoughts and prayers, and it is my choice to live from that point of view. That's all we teach. God is all there is. God, a shorthand for the infinite creative essence, the magnificent creative energy. Not some being, but the infinite, eternal beingness that is at the core of each and every one of us. The essence of creation is what God is. God is all there is, the infinite creative energy of love. Human beings, each and every one of us, are inherently divine. We are that power, we are that presence, we are the light, we are the life of God, because if God is infinite, there can be nothing separate from God. Therefore, we cannot be separate from God. And it freaks people out. I'm going to tell you, it freaks people out when I stand up here and I say, we must all be able to exclaim for ourselves, I am God. And no show of hands, but did that bring up a little bit of like, did he just say that? Yes. And I will exclaim it until the day I am complete on this plane of action, and probably beyond that too. Because here's the thing. When I state that, it is not to be exclusionary. It is my way of being inclusive. Because if I know that fundamental truth about myself, shut up. These smartwatches are lovely until they start speaking back to you at most inopportune moments. It's not to be exclusionary, it is to be inclusive, because if I understand that about myself and truly understand that about the nature of being, then I must understand it about every single person I encounter. There can be no separation. I see only the face of God. I experience only the God essence. I know who I am, and I know who you are. That's what I choose to believe. And I think that is fundamental in our teaching. What do you choose to believe? Now, we can put this to practice. That's the other part of the principles. We can put this to use in our lives because our thoughts and our beliefs, this is number 3, our thoughts and our beliefs create the events and experiences of our lives. Now, I include feelings in that because feelings are the gasoline in the engine of creation. So thoughts and beliefs and feelings create the events and experiences of our lives. How do we utilize it and put it into practice? Well, we teach that it is through affirmative prayer and meditation. Those are the tools that we use to engage our thoughts, beliefs, and our feelings. And the 5th is very important. It is a choice. It is a choice for each and every one of us to activate this spiritual teaching beyond just an intellectual understanding. Thoughts and beliefs create the experiences of our lives. There was a lot of discussion about this in the Wednesday night class. A lot of discussion around thoughts and beliefs and feelings and how they create the quality of our lives. How many of us, again, rhetorical, how many of us consistently come up with excuses to justify and live with the erroneous results of our mental work, whether that work is happening at the level of awareness or below the level of awareness? What do I mean by that? Do we tend to use phrases to justify things that are not so much fun in our lives by saying, it's all good, it's all God. It's all unfolding perfectly. My perfect outcome is assured. Here's the thing, those fundamentally are true statements, but a lot of us use those statements to justify the bad things that are happening in our experience. It's called spiritual bypass. Because what is happening is, while we state it out loud, the belief is something else. And the belief is stronger than the statement. And so there's work to be done there. There's work to be done there. So, let me ask you, do you do prayer work? Do you pray? This is not a rhetorical question. Do you pray? How's your life going? That's a rhetorical question. If there's anyone out there who said no, I will ask the same question. How's your life going? I think many of us, including me sometimes, I'm not going to leave myself out of this, because I was saying to somebody before the service, I was out in the lobby, the foyer, and they had said, and I can't remember the exact word that this person used, but they said something about, oh, you're the I don't want to say master, because but it was something that kind of seemed to want to put me on a pedestal. And I said, you're the master of your own life. I'm the guy who just gets to get up here and talk about it. That's it. There is no difference between any of us. I just studied some, so you've given me the opportunity to get up and yammer at you for 20 minutes or 25 minutes every single Sunday morning to invite you into a belief. So I think many of us, including me, so now I'm knocking myself off the pedestal, think that we are being conscious and directed, and yet we still allow doubt to creep into our thoughts. And what ends up happening is that we are definitely causing something to happen, but it is stopped based on the level of our doubt. We are always causing something to be happening. That's the thing. We are always causing something to be happening. Are we causing effects purposefully or tacitly? That's the question. How are you engaging in your life? Are you just like, oh, life's going to happen, and oh, here's some good things, here's some bad things, and more of the bad things are coming up, but yeah, okay. You can be purposeful in your decision to do something else. That's up to you. Part of our work is to reframe our thinking, to reframe our beliefs, to reframe the magnificent equation that is feelings, beliefs, and thoughts all pulled together to create the quality of our life. And perhaps a belief that we should be willing to let go of today is that it has to be difficult. Let's let go of that belief. A belief in difficulty equals an experience of difficulty, right? It's not that easy being green. That can become, I'm green, and it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. This is how we can do this. I mentioned on Wednesday night's class, and I've spoken to some people who are experiencing some significant grief in their life. And I want to share this. And the thing is, I'm now thinking, I think I said this last week, but it's okay. I'm going to repeat myself. Our beliefs are like a ball within a jar. And grief is like a ball within a jar. And And I think oftentimes what we think about grief or to eliminate beliefs is that we have to shrink the size of the ball. What we need to do is grow the jar. That's what we're talking about, growing the jar. The beliefs we carry will always be beliefs in the infinite mind. What we're going to do is grow the jar of our own awareness so that they have less effect in our experience. So grow your jar. That's how we reframe this. The key to the more magnificent life you imagine is within you. That's the key. And I think there is always room for more expression of magnificence, because magnificence is eternal and infinite. And so we're constantly growing into greater expressions of our magnificence. All it may take is a simple reframe. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The homework this week, and as I let people who are here for the first time know, I do give homework every single week. If this is meant to be a practical spiritual philosophy, these are tools that you can take to put it into practice. So what I would like you to work on this week is this. On a daily basis, ask yourself the question. On a daily basis, ask yourself the question, what do I believe? What do I believe? And deepen into an exploration with whatever comes up. Why do I believe what I believe? Is this a story that I want to continue living, or am I ready for a reframe? Let that be the exploration this week. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. Settle in and allow whatever kernel of truth that has come up for you, that is resonating with your heart space, your soul, to be present within you right here and right now. Just be with it.
Now my hands do your work, and now my lips speak your truth, and now my life is the image of your love, Spirit, Spirit as me. Now my voice sings your song. Now my heart is at peace. Now my soul is the laughter of a child. Spirit, Spirit as me. Let's take this opportunity to settle our hearts and our minds into a prayerful idea. Right in this moment, in this very moment, I allow myself to recognize and know that there is only one infinite power, one infinite presence. There is only one magnificent source, one magnificent creative energy. There is only one thing going on, God. This good, orderly direction, this greatness on demand, this magnificent flow of mind action, this cause, this effect. There is that and nothing else. The only thing that exists is God. And so everything in the world of perception is the outflow and the fullness of this magnificent creative energy. There is no separation. There is God and nothing else. And so we are that power. We are that presence. We are that light. We are that life. We are divinity unfolding at all times. And knowing this, I know that the creative power that is God is the creative power that we utilize in every single moment of our existence. We are consistently creating. And so I call upon this power to create magnificently in every aspect of being. I let go of anything that contradicts this idea, and I welcome the love. I welcome the light. I welcome the kindness. I welcome the flow. I welcome a deepened belief in the wholeness of goodness. And I trust in the outflow. With a grateful heart, I accept, acknowledge, and welcome the flow of Spirit in every aspect of my life. And I welcome a deeper awareness of this flow, for it is constantly happening whether I know it or not. And I invite every single person here into this frame of mind. I relax, trust and know, and I affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Now my hands do your work. Now my lips speak your truth. And now my life is the image of your love, Spirit. Spirit as me. Spirit as me. Spirit as me.
Thank you. How do you feel? I love that song. Would you please welcome to the platform? I don't see her. There she is. I knew you were right there. The president of our board of directors, Laura Cass. Delighted to see you, Laura, as always. There you go.
I always say delighted to be seen.
It should be on.
Oh, okay. You can hear me. You can hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to tell you a secret about microphones. Hold
Tell
it
me.
like that, not
Oh,
like
thank
that.
you.
There you go.
I'm used to talking in this thing.
You can use that one too.
I'd rather use this
Okay,
one.
then I'll take this
Hello.
microphone back.
Anyway,
I'm easy.
I was just sitting there in my seat, just, wow. I don't know. This is one of those mornings I feel especially fed. And that was all great. Thank you. Because we talk about choices. And yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Don't we choose what we do? We always do. And it reminded me about when I was teaching Sunday school. And this one particular morning, little Johnny, and they're always named little Johnny, no offense, but Johnny comes in late, and he never does this, but he comes in late, and his face is all red, his eyes are swollen, he's obviously been crying. So when I can, I take him aside and say, Johnny, you know, what's wrong? Are you upset about something, obviously? And you were late. He said, I didn't want to come to church today. I wanted to go fishing. Oh, well, You're here. What happened? My dad said I had to come. Why did he say you had to come? Well, he said, there's only enough bait for one person. So I was like, okay. So Johnny's father made a choice, didn't he? He didn't know anything about time, treasure, and talent. So I am so grateful that all of you understand the time, treasure, and talent, and that we are able to step up and share that with this community and to continue to make this church strong and to grow. And so there are many ways of doing that through volunteering and giving your time, and many, many of you do that. And there are many ways we can do that, but also sharing with your treasure, which is very, very important for the daily running, the weekly running, the annual running of our church. So we appreciate all of that, and there are many ways to share, and we know what those are. As the baskets are coming around, you could do that. There's envelopes in front. You could do that by signing up for automatic giving. And we also have, I don't know if you're supposed to get your camera on your phone right now and run up and put it on that thing. I could never reach that far. I don't know why frankly. But anyway, we have the master of technology running this church, and I am so grateful. I told Jonathan about a week ago, right after the big airline fiasco, I said, I feel like I'm Southwest Airlines and you're SpaceX. So, all right. Get used to it. It's the world. I am. Thank you.
Thank you. As the baskets go around, we're going to sing our giving song. Feel free to stand and move your body to this song. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Here we go. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. Yes, it does. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Yes! This is Sandy Solomon, another one of our prayer chaplains, and she is here to lead us in our blessing of the offering.
I am here to do the blessing. Oh, I love to do the blessing. How many people are just like me? Yes. We love to bless. We bless everything. So the first thing we do is we get our energy going. The next thing we do when we bless these gifts and these tithes, I really want you to just see it all coming out of the basket. I mean, just piles coming out of the basket so we can bless our community. You've got that?
Yes.
Our imagination, we've got it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We bless these gifts.
And we see
these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Sandra.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. A couple of things that I want to let you know about. Today I'm making my official announcement to the community. The board is not, I haven't told the board that I'm telling the community this yet today, so now they're probably going, what is he about to say? Last year when we renegotiated my contract, I pointed out that I have been in ministry for 11 years at that point. Is that right? Yeah, and this is my 12th year of ministry. I have never, ever in my ministerial career taken a sabbatical. And we worked out in my contract that I would have the opportunity to take a sabbatical this year. That sabbatical... And there's an important reason that I'm telling you this. That sabbatical will begin April 10th, the day after Easter. It will continue. I will be back in service on Father's Day, June 18th. So it's about 3 months that I will be away. I did mention last week that I'm walking the Camino, or was that the week before? That's what I'm doing on my sabbatical. Yes. So there are a couple things. You are the church. You are this spiritual community, not me. And so my intention, my expectation is that this church, this spiritual community continues to thrive and expand and grow even in my absence. Because what happens for a lot of churches when their minister goes on sabbatical is the attendance drops, everything. Everybody's, oh, he's not there that week. Don't put me on a platform. I have arranged to have magnificent speakers to be here every single Sunday while I am away. Now, the other part of this is to let you know, I put my email address up there for a very good purpose. I do a lot of administrative tasks on a day-to-day basis here at Unity of Tucson, and we are going to be needing some office support. So we have approved in this year's budget the hiring of a temp that would begin middle of March and continue through the end of my sabbatical, and basically probably to the end of June is what we have budgeted for. So this is the call. If there's anyone or if you know of anyone, now first of all, I would love to have it be a member of our community who could come in and help out and be paid for your magnificent contributions to our community. If you are interested or you know someone who might be interested, you can reach out to me by sending an email to revjonathan@unitytucson.com. Again, since we're going to be bringing that person on mid-March, we need to start that search now for that magnificent individual who I know is going to make themselves known. And I'm grateful for all of you and your support of this community in so many ways. So the word is out now. I am officially taking a sabbatical this year. And I also look forward to coming back from doing the Camino de Santiago in Spain with lots of stories to tell you. Yes. Other things that are happening here. There is an events committee meeting today at 11:30. It will be in the Annex Room 3. Today, I think most of the plans are going to be regarding our March 17th event that is coming up. You're going to hear about that in just a moment. We do have a Sunday potluck now. We have decided to standardize our potlucks so that they happen on the final Sunday of every single month. So the next potluck will be on January 29th. You bring a dish and a friend to share. If you'd like to sign up to let us know what dish you will be bringing, you can do that with Molly at the Unitix table, which is, there's Molly. Hi, Molly. Molly's waving in the back. Her Unitix table is out in the foyer, and so there's a sign-up sheet there, I believe, for the Sunday potluck on January 29th. Our annual meeting, which is an important aspect of the way we run our business here, our annual meeting is going to be on February 19th. I don't know why I didn't have it written up there. It's going to be on February 19th, beginning immediately following service. And there are not 3 L's in following. I will fix that for next week. Sometimes my fingers get ahead of me. the annual meeting is an important part of what we do. We elect board members, we review the previous year, we talk about what the plans are for the coming year. This year, if you are an active member, you should have received an email this week with an attachment on it, which is a proposed new set of bylaws for our community for your review. That is one of the important aspects. The board is not allowed to just change the bylaws. That has to go to a vote of the entire community. We think that what we've put together is something that is going to service us very well as we move forward. And it's not that there was anything wrong with the bylaws. It's just part of it is, looking at technologies and things and the way that we evolve as a community and the way that we evolve as a society, where there were some things that needed to be addressed. So we encourage you to participate in that at our annual meeting. Save the date, March 17th. Feeling good. You ready to feel good? We have decided as an event for our community, we are going to do an uplifting concert, and that concert will be served with decadent desserts. And so tickets will be on sale in a couple of weeks, but save the date, March 17th. Yes, I know it's St. Patrick's Day, but what other place would you want to be other than here, experiencing a magnificent concert and having magnificent desserts as well? So, like I said, tickets will go on sale as a support for our community. We invite you all, and we invite you to bring everybody with you. Yes?
So should we be green that day?
If you want to be green that day, it's not easy being green, but it's a decision that I'm going to make. Yes. Once again, the Rainbow Lunch Bunch is Unity of Tucson's new group for LGBTQ plus members and allies to socialize and talk about spiritual principle, meeting the second Sunday of each month at Whole Foods. So they will be meeting for the first time on February 12th. Thank you. Oh, I want to let you know, you already saw them both. Sandy and Sherry are your prayer chaplains on duty today. So if you have a need for prayer, for just a few moments of prayer, they will make themselves available here in the sanctuary following service. They're usually about halfway down on either side of the sanctuary. You can also take advantage of our prayer intention box. If there's something on your heart, write it out, put it in that box. And what I always like to say is the moment you write it out and put it in the box, the healing is begun. Your intention for healing to be done is the path to healing. So take advantage of our prayer ministry here at Unity of Tucson. I do want to say thank you to everybody who made today the awesome, magnificent experience that it is. Let me first acknowledge and say thank you to our tech team, Rowan and Jim and Don, and welcoming Jake. Grateful to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you to our prayer chaplains, Sandy and Sherry, for your service here today, for all that you bring. I want to say thank you to Lynn and to Rocky for lighting the flames of faith today. Magnificent blessings to Laura, leading us in our offering, and probably the last time you're up here on the stage before the annual meeting as the president of our board. You will still be the president then, but grateful for you. Thank you so much, Laura. These magnificent musicians, Linda and Paul and Raphael. And my most heartfelt blessings and gratitude to my friend Liz Cracchiolo for blessing us with your gift today. Thank you. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, welcoming again our brand new members. I am so grateful that you've decided to be here, not just at Unity of Tucson, but in this thing called life. You are a blessing in my life. I see the face of God whenever I look upon you, and I will celebrate that every single day. As we complete our time here, let us share together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Don't forget to join us for social time after the final song over in Harmony Hall. I had a dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
I stretched my hands out to the sky and danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back, whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. Ooh, ooh. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright, the sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Everybody's all right, everybody up now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.